Hi, my name is Alan Lamont. I'm here with a friend of mine named Jörg Glismanns, and we're going to expose David Icke for the Jesuit agent that he is. And we will reveal that after this video clip of David Icke. Watch this video clip of David Icke and then listen to what we have to do and expose after that in regard to this agent of Rome who is clearly working for the Society of Jesus called David Icke.
Like 3 or 4 minutes walk from St. Peter's Square, and here is one of many secret societies, because that's what they are, that operate within the Roman Church overall secret society, because that's what it is. This is the headquarters of the Jesuit order, the Order of Jesus. Goes way back centuries, and it's one of the major manipulating organizations, not just within the Roman Catholic web, but within the overall global manipulating web. Also in Rome, at the headquarters of the Knights of Malta, of course another one of these orders that goes way back into history, centuries and centuries ago. And there's also the Knights Templar connected to the Roman Church, and the Knights Templar, of course, have come up many, many times over recent years in terms of secrets and hiding secrets and another agenda that the people never see. Hello. Hello. And inside, there's our old friend, the sun, again. It's a cult. Well, we've come here just out from the centre of Rome to, well, an amazing place when you look around it. People researching kind of the esoteric symbolism and free Masons and secret societies. The name of the place says it all. It's the square of the Knights of Malta, and Sandro, that's been driving us around, has brought it out here, and whoa, look at it. You've got Medusa, the lady who had the snakes coming out of her head. You've got the snakes up there in that symbol. Of course, very symbolic if anyone's followed my work at all. And down here, there's the arrows. It's very symbolic of the Rothschilds. They use arrows in their symbolism. And over here we've got the classic Knights of Malta cross, the Maltese cross. And of course the Knights of Malta were once called the Knights of Rhodes, and they'll go even further back into Jerusalem. They were the Knights of St. John, which came out eventually with the Knights of Malta, based here now in Rome. They kept being thrown out of places and stuff, but they've settled here now. And it's just one of these very, very close to the spider secret societies within this global web of manipulation, with the Jesuits and with Opus Dei and the Knights Templar. They kind of all they all paddle in the same water, basically. Flag. That's it there. There's the flag. Yeah, the Knights of Malta. And you know, over the years, I've come across people. Oh, by the way, here you've got the. This is the equivalent of the Twin Towers. This is the entrance.
Called the atrium.
The atrium, and there's another one over there. And it's kind of funny because today we had the royal wedding in London. I forced myself to watch a few minutes of it. Thankfully, not too much. And you look at Westminster Abbey, where the real ritual went on today, the focus of the ritual with all the wedding and all that stuff, and it's Twin Towers. It's what it is. And then you look at the Twin Towers on 9/11, and it's all connected. It's all symbolism. These people are symbolism absolutely obsessed. But as I was saying, over the years, I've come across people who've had dealings with the Knights of Malta, people who've been offered jobs with them, financial people. And they have been shocked, because they didn't realize at that time, that the Knights of Malta said they ran the International Monetary Fund, the IMF. Because one guy I knew in finance in America, he was offered a job with them. And it was kind of understandable why, because he didn't know at the time, but his father had been involved in the CIA most of his life. And when he said to them the question, how can you offer me a job with the Knights of Malta? You're a secret society. They said, as I just indicated, we run it. It's like they're subcontracted by the cabal to run it, the International Monetary Fund. Up here you've got the eagle or the phoenix looking both ways, you know, and that's like when you look at someone and you say the truth went that away, and smoke and mirrors and all that stuff. But there's a lot deeper symbolism in all that as well. So this is the home of the Knights of Malta. Ooh, that's a flash car, somebody there. And although people think politicians and people like that run the world, they don't. People like this do it. And even deeper secret societies, even than this. Thanks, Sandro, that was great, mate. One last thing before we leave here. Sandro's just telling me that flag flying, that Knights of Malta flag, signifies that the Italian government has got no rights, no say in what goes on here. They're not subject to the law of the rest of the Italian people. And of course this is a common theme, because the Vatican City is its own country in effect, which is a law unto itself. And then you go to the City of London, the financial district, what they call the Square Mile, which has its own police force and its own government and its own Lord Mayor of London, who's always a high Freemason and connected into that whole network. And it again, although they don't tell you, is in effect a country unto itself and a law unto itself. So this is a common thing, where they create within another country something that makes them not accountable and not subject to the laws of that country.
Hi there, my name is Alan Lamont. I'm here with a friend of mine named Jörg Glismanns, and you can listen to his radio broadcast called Derooting the Reformation. The Jesuits Derooting the Reformation. And I will leave the website link on the description section of the video so you can go and listen to the radio broadcast of Jörg Glismanns. I highly recommend that you listen to his broadcast. What we've just watched here is a video by David Icke, of course, and I'm going to really explain first of all that it's not what David Icke is revealing, it's what he's not revealing to you. Let me explain. And then after watching this revelation from me and Jörg, go back and watch the video again and you'll understand exactly what David Icke's agenda really is. Now, in that video that you've just listened to, David Icke is revealing that the Jesuits are one of these secret societies. That's important. One of them. Not the most powerful, not the one that's pulling the strings, not the one that's at the top, but one of the secret societies. Then he points to the seal of the Jesuits, IHS, and says they're a cult. No, they're more than a cult. But he talks about this worldwide web power structure of these elite secret societies. And he talks about the Knights of Malta. So he's exposing them. It's not as if he's not exposing the Jesuits or the Knights of Malta, but he calls the Jesuits a cult. And also, you'll notice that he introduced the Rothschilds there, very subtly, very lightly, but he touched on the Rothschilds again. He talks about Opus Deo, but what we have to understand about David Icke is, he says at the very end of the video that there are deeper secret societies, or what he's referring to is there are other groups, and he never mentions them. He just leaves the video there and then he just ends the video. What is the agenda of David Icke? Well, he's taken the heat off the Jesuits by exposing them. People say, how could that be possible? He's doing a video on the Knights of Malta, on the Jesuits in Rome. So how is he taking the heat off the Society of Jesus? He's doing that because he's making out that they're just another secret society with Opus Deo, and really they're part of this Vatican conspiracy, and really that the Jesuits are really just one of these groups, as I've said, like Opus Deo, the Knights of Malta, when in fact no. Opus Deo were created by the Jesuits, and the Knights of Malta are controlled and run at the top by the Jesuits. It was the Jesuits who created the CIA, but obviously they always worked through the Knights of Malta. Understand, David Icke is an agent of Rome, and he's covering for the Jesuits by not explaining that they are the ones at the top. They're not just a part of this conspiracy. Okay, I'm going to hand over to Jörg Glismanns now. What's your thoughts on this video, Jörg? What's your thoughts on this?
Well, when I watched it, I watched that because I made a comment on another video today. A comment that was a video from We Are Change from Luther Trukowski, exposing there was an interview with David Rockefeller. And I wrote to Luther Trukowski that if he wants to tell people about the real truth, then he should start exposing the Jesuits. And I wrote a little bit on that, and then I got later a comment on that because I said about this David Icke, because I said Alex Jones and David Icke are disinfo agents. I wrote in that comment, and then somebody replied to me, David Icke is a disinfo agent, well, watch this. And then he gave this video that you just showed here, and that the people can watch now. And then I made a comment on that by saying, well, what he does here is not exposing the Jesuits. He's just telling you a little bit of it in 5 minutes. I mean, if he would go for a lecture, like he does lectures of 1 hour and a half, 2 hours, 2 hours and a half, sometimes even, yeah, when he promotes his books and all that stuff that he sells, where everybody has to ask himself where he got all this information for that he can do. Anyway, and the money, of course, is always a very big interesting thing. Well, you know, first when I questioned David Icke, you know Jordan Maxwell.
Yes. Yeah.
And Jordan Maxwell says that he is the one who brought David Icke into America. So when you know who Jordan Maxwell is, and then he says that he brought David Icke to America, well, okay, then there are two goons in cahoots, the way that I like to call it.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit like you said also before. It's not about what they say. More often, it's about what they don't say, what they leave out, what they don't tell you. And that is just the problem. And by speaking about the Jesuits as just another secret society like all the others, like the Knights Templars and the Knights of Malta that he went in there, well, that is just deception. That he does tell you there, because the Jesuits are on the top of the secret societies. They rule all secret societies. They rule B'nai B'rith. They rule the Bilderbergers. They rule the CFR, the Trilateral Commission. They rule all of these so-called secret societies.
Yes.
They rule all of the intelligence agencies of the world. The CIA, the KGB, the MI5, the MI6, the SIS, the Mossad, name them, and the Jesuits are on top of it. For a lot of people, for many people, it's hard to believe, but that's the way it is. And just study it a little bit further, watching this video, and you will see for yourself. Don't believe us, believe your own ears and eyes, what you research.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Jörg, for your input there. We're going to do another video after this, which I'll upload very soon on YouTube. That is me and Jörg Glismanns. And yeah, let me just bring a final conclusion and end this video. Is you see, if Alex Jones or David Icke never mentioned the Jesuits, that would be deeply suspicious, and people would move away from them. So they have to cover it, but they never ever expose the power of the Black Pope or his provincials over this one world government. They won't do that. My name is Alan Lamont, and as always, all roads lead to Rome. I will leave that website links on for Jörg Glismanns, and go and listen to his radio broadcast. God bless you. Thank you for listening to the video.